What's going on, everybody? This is Chris from Out West with Chris. No, you're not going to see my face today. A lot of guys have asked in the past for the close-up view, so we're going to try that out this time. Today we'll be opening BattlBox Mission 39. This is an awfully small box. This is the Pro Plus, and it's not that big. We're going to go ahead and open it up. I'm going to use the Q3 that I got in last month's box. I've been carrying this and I actually like it. I've heard some complaints about it here and there, but so far so good for me. I carry it in my front pocket and it's not even like it's there. I think that this was going to be the knife of the month for this box, but because they had an issue with the knife of the month last month, we're going to get that knife and this anyways, whatever. So let's just go ahead and open it up. I have not been on the forums or watched any videos, so I have no clue what is going on with this box, but I probably know the knife of the month. Wow, lots of little stuff. Lots of little stuff. Okay, Mission 39, May 2018, repair anything. So they are saying that the overall value for the Pro Plus is $291.68. And we'll start with the basic. Cost of $24.99. Value $50.47. So the first item in the basic box is right here. This is from GearAid. And GearAid is a company I have some familiarity with. I've gotten their products before. And this is actually a product I've received from a different box. This is what you get. This is clear repair tape. This stuff is really, really heavy duty, guys. So it works really well on taping together like fabrics. So if you like get a tear in your coat, you're out on the trail, you get a tear in your coat, you can tape it together with this, or a tear in your backpack. Like if you accidentally cut your backpack, like I did last month, you can use this to temporarily put it back together. I know some people that have actually patched tents and sleeping bags with these. My brother-in-law, I think he patched a sleeping bag with this. So lots of cool uses for this repair tape. Next up is from Atwood Rope. This little guy right here. This is a micro cord dispenser. I don't know about you guys, but the knife on the Q3 shipped sharp for me. Really sharp. So been getting some good use out of that. So look at this. This is pretty cool. It's like a tape dispenser, but for cordage. Basically, there is a little groove right there that kind of holds the line when you're not using it. But you can tie it off onto something like a stick or a log, and then you'll just be able to pull it out once you hit the spot that you'd like for length. Bam. There you go. Kind of like that. That's an interesting idea. I don't know how practical it's going to be. It's called a mini TRD. I don't know what the T and the R and the D stand for, but tactical rope dispenser probably. I mean, that's probably what it means. It's black, right? So that makes it tactical. It looks like it is spooled up with some 100-pound test line, some cordage, and it's kind of cool. You get a discount code from Atwood, 20% off with that code right there. That is a $12.99 value. Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. Next up, we have another product from GearAid. This is Seam Grip Repair Kit. So this is a kit more than anything else. Kind of interesting. So let's just see what all is in here. Oh, okay. Some seam grip. A little applicator brush, a little expert field repair guide, and then some tape. This has some of that tape. All of that comes in a little kit. That's kind of cool. I can see something like this coming in really handy for people that backpack, in case your tent, your ultralight tent gets a hole in it or something like that. So I'm pretty down with that. That's a cool little compact kit, field repair kit, super lightweight. Just toss it in your pack and you're good to go. The value on this is $7.50. So next up, we have a small little item right here. This is the Fix and Zip. It's a replacement zipper slider. That's pretty cool. I guess that's a really handy thing to have if you bust a zipper. So replacement zipper slider, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to have that in a kind of a field repair kit. So many things that we use have zippers, from tents to our sleeping bags, our packs, our coats, all that stuff relies on zippers to close them up in most cases. So pretty cool to have a replacement zipper. Value on this guy is $10.99. Man, that's expensive. But you know what? There is some machining involved in that. Probably not super simple to make. And you know what? It actually looks like this will fit multiple sizes of zippers. There are multiple zipper sizes. I'm sure you've noticed that. I think this fits multiple sizes. It talks on the back about finding your size, and you know, that'll help you dial in the zipper correctly. So pretty cool, pretty interesting item. I'm okay with that. Next up is another item from Gear Aid. This comes in at a $7.75 shoe repair. So how many times have you blown out a sole when you're out hiking? It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, you notice. This is actually pretty cool. Reading the instructions on the back: permanently bonds soles, repairs rands, builds toe caps, builds heels, dries to a solid rubber that won't crack or peel over time. That's awesome. So this is like a rubber cement almost that you can use, like if you've worn down a heel on a boot, you could use it to build up that heel. That's kind of interesting. If your sole pops off of the shoe, you can use it to bond the sole back to the shoe. Awesome stuff. This is something that I'm stoked to have, actually. I don't know if it's going to go into any of my kits, but it's definitely going to go into the junk drawer, and I will have it in case my son or my daughter blow out a sole. They do that all the time. Kids go through shoes so stinking fast. It's like a pet peeve of mine. But you know what? In a way, it's not a bad thing. It just means they're out playing hard. So my kids play hard. They go through shoes quickly. Next up, from Fiberfix, this is Now You Can Fix Anything repair wrap. That looks like a busted copper pipe. Are they saying that we could fix a busted pipe with this thing? I don't know, man. That's cool. So basically, looking on the back, they're saying you can fix just about anything with this. From tennis rackets, baseball bats, to shovels, to water pipes. Basically, up in the top little diagram right here, they're saying, hey, you broke your shovel, right? You go get this Fiberfix wet, and then you roll it on. So is this like fiberglass? I'm guessing that's what it is. Yeah, this has to be like some sort of fiberglass product. That is going to wrap up your basic box. Value, $50.47. Cost, $24.99. Jam-packed, full of stuff. Wow, lots of stuff in this basic box, and kind of a cool theme that's coming together here. Some of you might not like it. It's not super flashy, but practical. This is super practical, whether you are just an outdoorsman, a family that likes to get out and enjoy the outdoors, whether or not you backpack. A lot of this stuff is going to be great for backpacking, long trips and that type of thing. Or whether you're a prepper or not, these things are going to be really solid items to have in a prepping situation. Being able to utilize your gear for a longer period of time. Let's be realistic. You might only have, 4 sets of clothes, 4 pairs of pants if you're, in a long-term survival situation. Hell, you might only have one. You might only have one coat. So to be able to make that stuff stretch as long as possible is going to be huge. I've always been a fan of themes like this. So, I think this is great. I think this is really good, actually. Next up, we're going to go to the Advanced kit. The Advanced this month is a $92.79 value, $49.99 cost. The first item is the Vigilant Trail Survival Sewing Kit. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, lots of stuff in here. Nice tin. Looks like we got some instructions and, that type of stuff. Lots of buttons. Wow, lots of buttons. Some thread. Oh, this is like, we got that sewing awl in a kit a while back, in a BattlBox a while back. This is another awl. It's not wooden, but that's exactly what this is here. Another sewing awl. All sorts of stuff in here. Geez, what's this? Oh, there's a thimble, some needles. Oh, some compact scissors. That's pretty cool. They fold up like that. This is pretty nice. Some zip ties, all sorts of stuff in this little sewing kit right here. The price is actually a reasonable $17.37. That's the MSRP. So that to me seems pretty darn fair. I think this is a good solid little sewing kit. Now it says it can be used to repair canvas, cotton, leather, tents, tarp, shoes, packs, bags, seats, and sail. Now some of you might be saying, I'm a real man, I don't sew. I don't need to know how to sew. Leave that for the wife. You know what? If you look back in history at really real men, like the trappers and fur traders that used to roam the Rockies, if you told those dudes, oh, I don't need to know how to sew, they would have laughed at you. I mean, they probably would have punched you in the throat. So I am not the best at sewing, but I have sewed before. It is a skill that I need to expand on a little bit. I'll be totally honest, but could I hold my own? Yeah, you know, if I got a rip in my jeans, I could totally fix that. If I had a rip in canvas, it's probably not going to look very pretty, but it's something I could totally fix. So, you know, settle down and learn some of these other skills, you know. It might not be as fancy as felling a tree or trapping wild game for food, but if you're out on your own and you get a hole in your tent or something like that, you're going to need to be able to fix that crap. So simmer down and just learn some new skills, folks. Be a more well-rounded person. Anyways, off my soapbox. Now, I got to take something back. At the beginning, I said I wasn't aware of the items in the box. I did see on Instagram where BattlBox shared a teaser on this item, and this is a pretty cool item. This is the Stronghold Haywired clamper. So basically, you can do a lot of stuff with this. You can use this to repair hose lines. So, you know, this could be a good addition to a vehicle kit, or you could just put some hose clamps in there. But you can make hose clamps essentially with this. You could also repair like a shovel. You could repair a lot of different stuff or bind other things to each other. So if you wanted to make a spear and you had a spear point like a SOG spirit and you had a nice stick, you could use this to help affix that spear end to your stick. Basically, it's baling wire, and what you do is you wrap it on, then you're going to use this tool in a manner that will tighten it all down super tight. They have a pretty big instruction manual that kind of goes over how to utilize it. To me, this seems like a good item to keep around, and if I can find some videos on this, I will link them in the description on actual using them, how to use them, that type of thing. So I'll look around for that before I post this video. Look in the description. If you are hearing this right now, it means I found a video. All right, that's gonna wrap up your advanced box. 2 items in the advanced box. That Haywired clamper is a value of $24.95. Like I mentioned before, the advanced cost $50. Total value, $92.79. 2 cool additions to the whole theme. I think this theme is really doing well right now. So let's go on to the Pro. $99 cost, $161.69 value. The first item is from a company that I really like, Exotac. I had the pleasure of talking to the folks from Exotac when I was at SHOT Show. And here is one of their newest offerings right here. So this is called the Rip Spool, and I still need to get it out of here. Man. Oh, there we go. So a cool little canister. It's got some tape on the outside of it. Wow, what all is in here? Made in the USA, like all Exotac products. Cool stuff. Oh, okay. So basically what this is a little spool for some repair tape. It looks like pretty heavy duty repair tape along the lines of Gorilla Tape. I don't know what brand. I did not read that side of the card. I don't know if it says it. Inside you have a hidden needle. That's pretty cool. And then a spool of thread. This is coming in at a value of $34.95. So here's the deal. Exotech makes some great products. They use high quality components. This isn't, cheap alloys and, that type of thing. They machine them to precision. You will never have an issue with those threads right there. I can almost guarantee it. And, they just make a really solid product. So for what it is, it seems a little bit overvalued. It's basically some duct tape and some thread and a needle. But, the way it's made, it's a great idea. I don't know if I would personally go spend $34.95 on this particular item. I would probably go spend that much money with them on one of their fire starters because, they make, in my opinion, some of the best fire starters in the world. This is cool. It's a great idea. I think consumers are going to have a really hard time paying that price. Does that make it not worth it? No, not necessarily. But, if you can't sell it for a certain price, then is it really worth it? So I guess I'm talking in circles right there. I like it. I probably wouldn't buy something like this personally. It just seems like it's a little costly for what you get, for how you can use it. And maybe I'm missing some uses here. I don't think I am. It's a really neat item. I think it's extremely well made from just looking at it and holding it. But maybe a little bit overvalued. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Really interested always in what you guys think about that type of thing. Is it overvalued? Is it worth the price? Let me know in the comments below. So next up is a Pocket Bushman. This is a pretty hefty knife. This is from our friends over at Cold Steel. Let's just go ahead and open this bad boy up. So here you go. This is the Pocket Bushman. Blade length is 4.5 inches. The overall length is 10 1/4. Really long handle. Really quite a long handle. Check that out. I really don't like it. So it's nothing horrible. The blade thickness is decent. Not great. It is 6 ounces basically, almost 6.5 ounces. I'm not a fan of the locking mechanism, which is kind of why you have this little pull tab or lanyard. You have to kind of pull on it to get it to unlock. So pull and then you're good to go. As far as deploying it, it has a thumb stud, but I think you need to... Ah, man, this is a clunky knife. That's just for a 116 German steel, $33.95 value. So on the back of the sitrep card, it says the Pocket Bushman from Cold Steel has been around for quite some time. The first versions had some issues. I think that version has an issue too. Anyways, the first versions had some issues that have since been fixed, and now it's a workhorse ready to handle nearly any task you can throw at it. Save your edges on your survival knives and use the Pocket Bushman for hard use tasks and bush fixes. It will not disappoint. So evidently they're saying that the locking mechanism makes it ram proof. So it's not gonna fail on you. It's not gonna slide open or slide closed when you least expect it. I guess it's like that for a purpose. I'm just kind of reading it. I don't know. I think that there are better options. For 33 bucks though, it's not horrible. I'm probably not gonna carry this ever. I'm just I don't know. I know that knives aren't all about aesthetics and that type of thing. And for a knife that is, 33 bucks, you're not gonna get a whole heck of a lot. But for me, I'm having a hard time getting really excited about this one. I'm sure you could do some work with it out in the field. Just maybe not my cup of tea. Some of you guys might like it though. So, I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying it's just not my cup of tea. So, if you know that this thing is a workhorse, if you've used it before, and let me know in the comment section down below. I learn stuff from you guys all the time. This thing that I really like about having this channel is that I learn stuff. And my opinions on things change from time to time too. Now here is your knife of the month. Before we dive into this, I do need to mention, I don't pay for this box. It gets sent to me. but I feel like I do a pretty good job giving you my honest opinion. I mean, to me, it seems like I do. So yeah, these are my opinions and my opinions alone. Some of the stuff I like, some of the stuff, you know, not super fan of. But so far, I've been pretty happy with this box. I think it's a great theme. The Stalk Q3 kind of fits the theme a little bit better than this knife would, but this knife, you know, it was delayed last month, so they put the Stalk Q3 out instead, which I've been using it. I really like it, like I mentioned before. So let's take a look at this knife. There's been a lot of hype about this knife, a lot of fuss. So this is the Black Scout Survival Feather Stick. This is a popular clip style with a lot of CRKT knives. This comes on a lot of their fixed blade knives. I almost wonder if this is a CRKT knife branded for Black Scout Survival. That would be interesting to know. I like a lot of CRKT knives, but Alright, so it's full tang. It's a small knife. I don't know if that's why it was in the hiking box, because it's a small fixed blade. So G10 handles, D2 steel, so some decent steel, moderately sharp to start with. It could be a little bit sharper, but I can fix that. Yeah, I don't know, man. This thing could be like scaled up a little bit more, and I think it'd be a great knife. I don't know what the purpose is of it being so tiny. Get the Black Scout Survival little brand right there in the upper corner, kind of hidden away. No other markings on the knife. The G10 pattern is pretty cool. So I really, yeah, I'm not super fan of it. It's really small. I mean, it doesn't really fit my hand that well. You know, even if you're doing like really finesse stuff, which they're saying this is perfect for, you want it to fit your hand. I mean, my pinky has nowhere to go, so it's all right. I don't know. The guy who designed this must have really small hands. It's just a joke. Simmer it down. It's just a joke. It's all right. It's not bad. A little finger jimping right here. Gonna need it to get a good grip. Interesting blade design. Kind of that sweeping blade. I dig it. Overall, it looks nice. The injection molded sheath is nice. It's like a nice little feature. I don't know if I'd pay $130 for this. Just trying to be totally honest with you guys. I don't know if I would pay $130 for this. It isn't bad. It's not bad at all. This really reminds me of some CRKT knives that I've gotten recently. So this is a really kind of a thin spot in the handle, but it does allow you to get just a really natural choke on the knife. But that's almost the only way to effectively hold it, is in that really choked up position. I mean, you can't really hold it many other ways. Overall, it's a cool looking knife. It's nice. I will add it to the collection. You know, I'll try to use it. Definitely sharpen it a little bit more. It's not my favorite knife of the month ever. A little bit small to me, but it would be pretty lightweight for hiking and that type of stuff. You could totally, you know, gut fish with it, skin an animal. You could do a lot of different stuff with that style of knife. So lots of stuff in this box, like I mentioned before, and I think some of the big winners were the lower level boxes. I think that the basic box had a lot of really cool items. I think the advanced box had a couple cool items. The Pro, I really like the look of this. I think it's a cool design. I just thought it was a little bit overpriced, but I understand why. I know that that stuff's not cheap to design and make. I know it, you know what I mean? So, you know, if there were one more feature, and maybe I'm missing something, you know, it's quite possible I am. The Cold Steel knife, the jury's still out on me. I'm interested in your guys' feedback. And then the Black Scout Survival, you know, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I don't necessarily need you to agree with me though. If you disagree with me on anything, leave a comment down below. Love to hear your feedback. As I mentioned before, I learn a lot in the comment section and in messages you guys send me on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me. And if you want to send me a message, go for it. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you're new to the channel, check out some of my other videos. I do a lot of fishing, I do some hunting, I do some camping. I love kind of an outdoor life. So if you're into any of that, you might like some of the other videos that are up on the screen right now. So take a look at those if you like them. You might want to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, thanks for getting out west with Chris.